Hi, I'm talking to Twitter on my work break because I don't have a therapist. So here's the thing. Okay, I just went to the doctor earlier today and I tried to get ADHD medication and I was told I would have to wait 18 months. Now, the reason I don't go privately is because they have to have access to my medical records, which I don't have, but the free healthcare service, the NHS, does have. I don't have my medical records, so I wouldn't be able to get them to go privately. So, I mean, 18 months is a long fucking time. Now, I am very much not like my Fred seems to think I am. Like, I am not this NEET that doesn't work and doesn't do anything. I have like a job and I am so overworked that probably that is why I am so crazy on the internet, because I don't really have like anything else going on apart from my work. Like, I go to work, I get home, and I go straight on the internet. And that is why all those fucking stupid Americans who are 8 hours behind think I'm online all the time, because they're 8 hours behind on the clock, on the world clock. So they're waking up and I just got back from work and they're like, oh shit, she's online all day. No, you fucking moron. It's 9 a.m. for you and it's like 5 p.m. for me. Like, is it really that hard for Americans to work this out? Anyway, because I get back from work and then like I don't really know what to do with myself, okay? And most of that is because I put every atom of my body into like working really hard, because I like am deeply scared of becoming the way my Fred thinks I am. Like, I'm terrified that that's going to be me, because right now it's like a whole fan fiction of someone that isn't me. It's like this whole fan fiction about some BPD unstable girl who can't get a job and like lives off her parents in like some weird area of London, right? That is literally my Fred. That is not me. So I don't care what people say, my Fred, because it's basically like they're talking about a fucking other person. And that person would probably have a 10 times easier life than I do. So for me, like, I don't really give a fuck, right? But the reality of my life is that my parents don't live in the same fucking country as me. I never fucking see them. They don't fucking speak English. And here's their response to anything I ever ask them, is to either ask me to do something for them or to try and get something from me. Now, they have enough of their own money, but I'm talking some like, well, my family are Jewish, which probably might explain a little bit more. But I'm talking some like weird level of like business deal that I get into with them and I somehow end up in debt every fucking time. So I don't talk to them. And if you understood my family, you would not talk to them either, because they are absolutely demonic. And I don't say this a lot publicly because I am fucking terrified of them. But anyway, haha. Can't believe I admitted this. This is probably going to come back to bite me. I'm probably going to receive some, like, weird letter, or there'll be some weird guy standing outside my door. But either way, I have to work really hard at my job, because I am fucking terrified that if I don't work really hard at my job, I will lose everything I have, because I don't have a support network like everyone else does to back myself up. Now, it turns out I have a lot of money from working really hard at my job, but the thing is, my ADHD is getting so bad that I am worried I won't be able to work as hard at my job. I work overtime, and the other reason I work overtime is because I don't have anything else to do. Like, I literally don't have anything else to do. Like, I don't think you guys realize that if I'm not on Twitter, I'm at work. Because what the fuck else am I supposed to do? I live in a shithole fucking country. What am I supposed to do? I don't want to go to a fucking bar or clubbing. That's not my thing. What am I supposed to do after work? People are like, she's chronically online. Tell me what to do. Tell me what else there is, okay? Because, like, I live in a country where I fucking can't stand the people. It's cold all the time, and I have such bad health issues I can barely stand up without having an asthma attack for a long period of time. So please tell me what else I should do other than sit at my little work desk or sit in my bed on Twitter, because I really don't know. So for everyone judging me for spending so much time in this sector, please just give me alternatives, because like I'd be really interested if you had my like exact physical health issues, what you would do with your time. It's not like I choose to like have scoliosis and asthma. Like if I could choose to not have autoimmune problems and to not have scoliosis and to not have to be in and out of the hospital all the time, I absolutely fucking would. But that's not reality for me, I'm sorry. So everyone in my thread loves to put it down to things like Munchausen syndrome, which is not a thing. It is so not a thing. They made a movie about it, about some fat, ugly girl called Gypsy Blanchard who had Munchausen syndrome. That is not a thing. That's not a thing actual people experience. That is like some fucking like episode of House MD. Like, Munchausen syndrome is an excuse for like chronically online, in a bad way, 4chaners to basically put down someone's problems to something other than admitting that they have an actual health issue, right? Munchausen syndrome is literally delusional deflection, because a majority of people who are accused of having Munchausen syndrome have fucking paperwork for their health conditions. Like, I know I could produce a good lot of paperwork if someone asked me to prove it. So, do you remember when everyone was like, that girl Chelsea on Kiwi Farms has Munchausen syndrome, she's not actually sick, and then she died? Right, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, Munchausen syndrome is not a problem. That's not a thing. And if it is a thing, like, I'm sorry, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck that someone's fucking family or whatever, or like partner forced them to have, like, I don't know, tubes up their nose. I don't care. Sorry, I have actual problems. Fuck off, Gypsy. Anyway, Rose, not the race. This is Twitter. It's very sensitive. But anyway, the other thing is BPD. What the fuck is, like, BPD is not a real thing. Like, it's not like actual issues like ADHD and OCD that you're born with, where we don't have a fucking choice. Like, nothing that I could have done differently would have stopped the fact that I was born with my neurons in a certain way. Like, there is nothing that I could have done differently, because ADHD is genetic. Right? That's the thing that I keep telling people. People keep saying, why don't you try this? Oh, why don't I just try, like, you know, rewiring my entire fucking brain? Why don't I try, like, changing out my DNA? Like, I'm sorry, my bad. Like, everyone acts as if there's things that we could be doing differently. And it's like 18 months for medication. Like, what the fuck is that? This is the first world country and we're waiting 18 months for medication in a first world country. I can't go privately because I don't have my medical healthcare records, and I'm also scared that they'll kick me out of the country because my visa's basically almost expired, but that's a whole other thing. But either way, 18 months for medication in a first world country that's not okay. Like, if it was cancer, they wouldn't make us wait 18 months. The fact is, my brain is so unfunctional that, like, I'm the type of person that could get locked out of my property because I forgot my house keys. I'm terrified that I'll lose my job, or that I'll procrastinate, and that, like, I won't work hard enough, or I won't be able to concentrate and I'll lose everything. Like, it isn't a joke, but the healthcare system treats it like it is. And the thing that I'm tired of is fucking retards who don't know anything about my actual life typing on the internet shit like, have you tried not whoring yourself out for coke? I've never tried whoring out myself for coke in the first place. Damn, maybe I should have. Maybe if I whored myself out for coke, I would have something to replace my lack of ADHD medication with. Jesus fucking Christ. I have, like, fat, greasy Mexican child molesters saying stuff like coke nail under my posts every time they see my nail varnish, which is chipped off. Like, it's insane. It's like, I'm sorry, acrylic nail varnish isn't, like, permanent. That's not how it works. That must mean that I'm scooping up coke with my nail, right? Like, people are so fucking retarded. Like, do people choose to be naturally incompetent? Like, why would you choose to be a natural idiot when you could actually be Anyway, I'm just unhinged ranting. This is like a full-blown ADHD rant. Like, people will be like, are you drunk? No, I'm actually completely sober and I've had a lot of sleep. Like, this is how high my rage is. That, like, even with sleep and even sober, I am, like, this fucking mad. And the reason I'm this mad is because I feel like I have a genuine... Well, I do. I have a genuine condition that they told me that they're going to take a year and a half to fix. A year and a half to get medication for something that I was born with, that I didn't have a fucking choice about. Like, how is that okay? Like, I might as well just be in fucking Africa, because that probably has quicker healthcare than England does. I would actually bet money that you could get treated in a third world country faster than you could in England. Like, it's an actual joke. Like, this country is a fucking meme. Like, I don't know why people move to the UK, the land of opportunity. What opportunity? Waiting 18 months for a condition to worsen? Like, you know, most people, like, and I'm not talking mental health, I'm talking physical health too. Most people end up dead, killing themselves, or, like, in hospital before they actually get treated for their condition. Like, I knew someone who had to have her chemotherapy stopped during COVID because they lacked resources. Like, she had to risk her cancer killing her because there weren't enough rooms during COVID. Yes, I shit you not. This is England. And everyone is always talking about how good England and America is. Are you in the same England that I am in? Because I don't think it's... I mean, I don't remember Russia being like this. I don't remember Israel being like this. I don't think I waited a fucking day in either of those countries. I don't know why the fuck we moved here. Like, I'm serious. Like, everyone's always like, oh, like, everyone acts. That's the thing that I find really funny. Everyone acts as if I should be grateful for not being in Russia or, like, Israel. And I'm like, grateful for what? Like, being treated worse than I was in a third world country. Like, that's the thing that I don't understand. Why is England a first world country anyway? Like, what makes England a first world country and not a third world country? Because right now we have to pay for university. We have to wait like a year and a half for healthcare. We get treated like fucking shit by boomers. There's barely any housing for people that aren't like me and that don't have jobs. And, like, the rest of the fucking population are either, like, on drugs, smoking themselves to death, or, like, stabbing each other. So please tell me how England is different from, like, fucking Africa right now. Like, I just want to know. I want to know why this is a first world country, because it doesn't feel very first world. That's what pisses me off, right? We have all these people who are saying, like, everyone calls me a Brit bong as if I was fucking born here. And as if I'm, like, remotely ethnically British. Like, Americans are so fucking dumb that they think that me having moved to England when I'm 5 makes me British. Right, by that logic then, Ethan Ralph is Mexican and Josh is Serbian. Like, do you realise what you're saying? Like, it's so annoying. I don't claim this country. I just moved here. That doesn't mean I'm British. It doesn't mean I'm British because I have an accent after living in a country for a certain period of time. Like, I actually think that there are some people who are, like, using the internet unsupervised who shouldn't be. Like, there are some people who just shouldn't be allowed. They should be in a fucking, like, I don't know, a mental health care residency. Like, are you telling me that the people that think I'm British because I have a British accent, are you telling me those people are functional in society? I would not trust any of those fucking people in a business deal. Imagine doing business with someone who doesn't understand the difference between residency and ethnicity. Like, fuck. Like, that doesn't help. Like, the fact that everyone is retarded on top of everything else, that just makes me more mad. Like, it's like, not only do I have to deal with the healthcare system being fucked, with, like, the UK in general being fucked, but, oh, on top of everything else, everyone has an IQ in the minus numbers. Both online and offline. Like, wow, what a great existence I'm having. Anyway, thanks for, like, listening to my TED Talk. This might be Oh yeah, here's another thing I wanted to add. If I was a fucking tranny, like, I bet you they would have put me to the fucking top of the list. If I'd said, oh, by the way, I'm a they, them, or I identify as a man, I would have been seen within a month. Are you telling me if I wasn't a biological woman and if I had some other bullshit made-up condition like BPD or schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder, if I had one of those bullshit conditions, they would have put me to the fucking top of the list. That's how you know I'm not BPD, because BPD people get treated like fucking, like they're literally God's gift. Like, BPD people and trannies and all of those types of people, they get mollycoddled by the fucking system. They don't get treated like people with ADHD. They get, like, hugs and, oh my god, you're so broken, are you okay? And it's like, it's a fucking joke. BPD isn't even a neurological condition. It's barely fucking real. Like, I was born with ADHD. BPD people were not born with BPD. I didn't have a choice. Like, I didn't have a choice in my DNA. And it's like, troons, they get fucking approved for gender surgery within like a month. Like a month and they get to cut their dick off. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, why can't I get my ADHD medication for a neurological condition, but people can cut their penises off quicker than I can get meds for something that I was born with? Ugh, sorry. Anyway, this was the most unhinged thing I've ever done, but like, yeah. People are probably gonna, like, try and get me sectioned after hearing this. And to be honest, please go ahead, because maybe then I'd get my ADHD meds faster. This is definitely gonna end up in my thread, with people ripping me apart as usual. But I feel like I said what I said. And I have to go back to work now, because this is cutting into my work time. And we can't be having that, because I want a super long holiday soon. Anyway, love you all. Bye!